Hi everyone, welcome to Educon community. So this is our lecture 3, which is about the data types. So our first and important question is, what are various primitive data types in Java? So as you know, there are 8 primitive data types in Java. So first one is byte. So byte is the basic data type, and it is an 8-bit signed 2's complement integer. So the size is 8-bit and value from minus 128 to 127, right? So the main important thing here is size is 8-bit, okay? From minus 128 to 127. Next one is sort. So the sort data type is 16-bit, signed 2's complement integer. Size is 16-bit, so value is minus 32768 to 32767. Maybe you will be unable to remember these values, but you always need to remember the size. So byte is 8-bit, sort is 16-bit. Okay, and both byte and sort are useful for saving memory in the large arrays. Next is int, right? So as per I have attached here the int is basically the 32-bit signed to complement integer. Okay, so the size is 32-bit and value is minus 2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. So this is the value, and size is here 32-bit, right? So how we can denote it? Like in this way: int I equals to 100. So the type of this variable is int, right? So int data type is generally used for numeric values. Clear? And in Java SE8 and later, we can also use int data type as unsigned 32-bit integer, which has value in range 0 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. Okay, and for for that we use the integer class. What is this class? This is the wrapper class of int data type, right? Next is long data type. So long data type is 64-bit 2's complement integer. Size is 64-bit and value is that one. And the long class can be used to represent an unsigned 64-bit long. Clear? So byte 8-bit, sort 16-bit, int 32-bit, long 64-bit. Next one is float. So float data type is a 32-bit floating point, and to define a float data type we use small f or big F suffix like this: float small f equals to 10.7 small f, right? Next one is double. So double is 64-bit floating point and it is the default data type for decimal values. Okay, like this: double D equals to 7.34456. We have taken this value in D variable. And remember, this float and double both are used for scientific calculations. So the question is, like, if anyone will ask you, like for decimal values, which data type is by default? That is double, not float. Okay. Next is Boolean. So Boolean data type represents only one bit of information. It can be either true or false. Next is char. The char data type is a single 16-bit Unicode character. Note that it is a single character. Char C equals to B. So in this way, we can denote the char. right? So these eight are our data types: byte, short, int, long. After that, float, double, then boolean and char. Clear? Next is what is the difference between the double and float variable. So here you have seen float data type is a 32-bit floating point and double is 64-bit floating point. So this is one big difference. So 32-bit means 4 bytes. 1 byte equals to 8 bits, right? So that's why as it is 32-bit floating point means this is 4 bytes in memory, where the double is the 64-bit floating point. That's why it is 8 bytes in memory. Okay. So float is single precision floating point and double is double precision decimal number. If we want to save memory in large arrays of floating point numbers, then we should use float instead of double. Okay. So if we will want to save the memory in large arrays of floating point numbers, then we should use a float instead of double. Clear? Next is what is implicit conversion in Java? So type conversion in Java is converting a type into another type. Okay. So two type of type casting is there in Java. One is implicit, another is explicit. So implicit type conversion wides the range of any type. So in this, one primitive is converted to another one. So it is automatic type conversion. So implicit type conversion is the automatic type conversion, which happens only when both type are compatible and target type is larger than the source type. Like int a equals to 50, long b equals to a. So here int a will be converted into long type without any explicit casting. In the same way, if you will take something as float and then you are converting into double, then it will be also implicit. No explicit casting will be there. It will be automatic typecasting. So this is the implicit typecasting. So if the target size is larger than your source one, then it will be mainly implicit type conversion. Clear? Next question is how to make any variable constant so that it cannot get changed throughout the program. So we can declare any variable final with final keyword. A final value can never be changed. It will be constant like final double a equals to 2.4. So we cannot change the value of a. Next is what are the default values for all primitive types. So default value like for boolean this is false, for byte it is 0, short is 0, int is 0, long is like 0l, okay, 0l. Then char is this one, float is 0.0f, double is 0.0d, and when it comes to any object, the default value is null. Clear? After that, what are the wrapper classes available for the primitive types? So wrapper classes are the wrappers to primitive data types. By using wrapper classes, we are allowed to access the primitives as objects. Okay. So through the wrapper classes, we can access those primitives as objects. So for every primitive type, there is a wrapper class present in Java. Like for Boolean, that is java.lang. In that package, that Boolean is their wrapper class, capital B. In the same way for byte, this is capital B Y T E, byte. In the same way for char, this is character. This is the wrapper class. For double, capital D O U B L E. Then float, this one. For int, the integer, this is the wrapper class of int. The long, for long also capital L, then long, this is the wrapper class of long data type. For short, this is one which is the wrapper class for the short, and void also data type, so primitive type, so that capital void, that one is the wrapper class. Next one is how primitive variable passed to methods, by value or by reference. So in Java, primitives are passed to methods by value. Okay, so primitives are passed to methods by value. This one is the most important question. Okay, one can ask in your interviews. So how the primitive variable passed to methods? So primitives are passed to methods by value, not by reference, so that when the passed value changes in the method, it doesn't change the original value. Okay, so if it will be reference, then anyone can change the value, but as it is passed to methods by value, that's why it doesn't change the original value. Okay, and it enhances the security as well. Is it correct to say that classes and interfaces are data types or data structure? So we can consider a class as data type, but interfaces cannot be seen as the data type because they do not hold anything. Okay. For implementation purpose, we mainly use the interfaces, right? That's why we can denote the classes as the data type, but interface cannot be seen as data types. Clear? So I hope these questions will be helpful for your upcoming interviews. If you have any doubts or any concerns, you can comment down in the comment section. Thank you, everyone.